All right, so I've been watching the budget meetings, and I'm to a point where I am dismayed by the partisan bickering and something that should be one of the simplest things that you guys have to do. Our teachers should be paid more. This is not an opinion, but an objective fact. Every single county that surrounds us is paying their teachers anywhere from 10 to 25% more for doing the same job, and this is going to cause us a few problems. First, it's going to make it near impossible to retain teachers who do not have some other factor tying them to our county. Second, it will make it extremely hard to recruit and bring quality teachers to our county. Now, just saying that our teachers should be paid more and that is an objective fact does not all of a sudden mean that every teacher in the county is doing a great job. There are still many issues that need to be addressed within our county as far as curriculum and how the curriculum is presented within the schools. But as someone who must run a business and make hiring, firing, and compensation decisions, let me tell you a little something here. You cannot expect to fix these problems in the performance of the job or recruit people who will do a better job while still having a subpar pay scale. As such, everyone who would come to this meeting should also be at the Board of Supervisors meeting to let them know that their habit of putting the schools on the back burner has now come to an end. So, once again, I'm going to ask this board, set aside your political differences and do what's best to give our county a robust and top-of-the-class education system. Return our standing not just in the state, but in the country and world as a leader. We currently rank in the bottom 50% in every metric within the state. And our county, or our country, is ranked 40th in the world for proficiency in the basic subjects math, science, and reading. It's very unacceptable, considering what we've got going on up here and all the bickering and fighting you guys are doing. This is more important, okay? And all of you need to stop. Said the circus that has become our public meetings, complete with carnival barkers and vendors selling merchandise outside, needs to come to an end. This is supposed to be a forum so that our concerns as parents can be heard, and instead has become a place for failed political candidates and ambulance chasers to latch on to any form of relevance that they can achieve, all the while drowning out legitimate concerns of parents and attempting to demean or degrade instead of trying to understand and address. Now, I'm going to be honest, that's the end of my prepared remarks, but that leads me to something for all of you. You are not trying to fight each other. That is not the goal. The goal is not to win your personal fights, okay? And you're not going to get anywhere hearing somebody's argument and then calling them an idiot or trying to demean or degrade their argument. Stop talking and listen to what people on the other side are saying. You may not agree, and that's fine. It is okay if we talk and you listen and you look at me and you say, you know what, I disagree with you. But it's okay that you see the world that way, because I'm willing to give you the same grace. I'm willing to look at all of you and say, you know what? I don't agree with the way you live your life. I don't, but that's okay. It's not my life to live. And none of you, not a single person on this board is willing to do that right now. And it is on display for all of us with this petty bickering back and forth. All of you need to grow up and be adults. This is ridiculous. And you've got kids here wondering why all of this yelling and screaming and everything is falling apart in our schools. You set the example. All of you sat up here for almost an hour bickering about the word choices that were being used to get the meeting started. And you wonder why we have problems in the schools? Grow up, all of you. Seriously, act like adults for once.
I have been a bus driver for this county since December 3rd, 2011. I had sent all 7 of you an email from my county email last week addressing my concerns. Out of the 7 of you, I've only heard back from 3, and everyone here can guess what 3 that was. First it was Dawn Shelley, then Nicole Cole, and then it was Dr. Daniels. Now it's a good thing I voted for Aaron since you couldn't respond. My email was basically an eye-opener for you to see that with the lack of respect that I am considering not coming back next year. It has never been about the money for me in the past. I mean, come on. I make exactly $1,028 a month after taxes that I bring home. Like to see you live off of that. I have been out of work due to COVID shutting the schools down. I took responsibilities inside of Brock Road Elementary during that time to fulfill my contract, assisting children with internet issues, which I was not taught how to do, nor did I have the degree to answer the questions that the kids in my care had. I am not a teacher, I am a bus driver. And now we have been back in school going on 2 years, and the number of drivers we have lost during that time was huge. Those of us who stuck it out has had to do double and triple runs daily. I'm not sure that you understand the point of view from a bus driver, but all those extra runs, we don't get paid for those because it's already during the time that we're on the road. And you want to keep the $1,000 bonus away from us, really? With the mandatory pay increase for 5% and the new driver rate going up to $21 an hour? That's going to put a new driver with no experience making 70 cents more than me. And I've been driving in this county for almost 13 years, and I have been a trainer for 4.5 of those years. Since COVID has hit, it's made it very easy for the conversation of contracted bus companies to come up and replace those of us who stayed. When and if you decide to follow through with that, the contractors, I can guarantee you several things. It's going to cost you more than what we get. They certainly will not cover runs that are not assigned to them. Most of them do not pass background checks. And most of all, you're going to highly upset our students and parents that we have built years of relationships with. See, unlike a teacher who gets a student in their classroom, they have them for 1 year. We have them for multiple years at a time. So yes, once they get on the bus, we really get to know our students and their families. And the amount of younger siblings that have a report with us who are excited to be that older child who can finally ride with that awesome bus driver. Now I ask you, why would you want to ruin that for these children? I think it's time for you to grow up and give the respect that is earned in order for anyone to respect you. And if you can't do that, then it's time for you to remove yourself from this board. Many thanks to you, Don Shelley, for the years of standing up for us and assisting me in whatever needs I have needed while driving in your district. I am 100% dedicated to my students. And the 13 years that I've been here, I have 85.5 sick days built up because I do not take off. I try to give my students lessons, like today before they cancel school, Rosie the Riveter. It's February, the bombing of Iwo Jima. I was going to teach my students that on the way to school this morning, my middle school and elementary, and yes, I do drive out of your district, out of Fawn Lake. Other than that, I hope you guys consider the pay raise and the bonus for the staff of us that need it, because you surely are about to lose a lot more bus drivers. I've already contacted Stafford, and as a driver and a trainer, they're trying to offer me $36 an hour to come drive for them.